So I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro ever since it launched in September of last year. I've been trying a lot of accessories throughout the year, but there's a small list of accessories I find myself going back to all the time. This is that list. Let's ramble.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it once.
Hey, what's up guys? It's great to see you all again, and if you're new here, I'm Patrick and this is where I ramble about tech and other stuff. So as a tech channel, I do get sent a decent amount of accessories to test and try out for you guys. Some of them are good, and some of them, well, let's just say you won't see them on this channel. Anyway, there's a handful of accessories that I ended up really liking and that I use pretty much every day, and some of them I use whenever it makes sense, but you'll see what I mean by that later on in the video. Alright, so first on the list is this tech pouch by a company called Mujo, and the reason I mention this first is that it is where I keep most of these accessories. It is a fairly simple design. You can compare it a little bit to a toiletry bag. It's got some zippers and compartments, but what I like about this one is that it has this origami style interior, which basically means it folds open when you open it up so you can see everything that's in there at a glance. In there, I have one of the most important accessories for any iPhone, and that is of course a charger. Now, if you know me a little bit, you know I'm a big fan of yellow accessories, but I'm also a big fan of GAN charger. AOHI happens to be one of my favorite charging brands, so when they designed a yellow GAN charger, I was like, yes please. If you don't know, GAN stands for gallium nitride, which is basically a very efficient conductor, producing far less heat, which means they can keep these very powerful charging bricks really small, without the risk of overheating. This one has 67 watts max fast charging, which means it will charge your iPhone in no time, but it can charge something like a MacBook Air just as easily. And what's also cool is that a lot of their charger, including this one, come with these really nice braided cables. It has two ports, USB-C and USB-A, with intelligent charging, so it detects exactly how much your connected device requires and allocates the juice accordingly. Now, the same brand also produces my absolute favorite cable, and I think you can guess what color it is. I did a dedicated video on this cable set, so if you're interested in finding out more details, go have a look at that. But for now, I'll just tell you that I love the industrial design and the fact that it's so modular. So for instance, I can use this USB-C end to charge most of my devices, but when I need to charge my iPhone, I just attach the certified lightning extension and boom, done. Very cool stuff. I'll put links to this and everything else you see in the video down in the description. And while you're down there, a sub to the channel would be very much appreciated. I do these accessories videos pretty often, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you're definitely in the right place. Now, when I'm out and about, I obviously don't always lug around this tech pouch with me. And in those cases, this little gem by Pataka has come in handy on more than one occasion. It's called the Pataka. It's basically an AirTag holder, but it has a really clever design because when you unscrew this thing, you'll see that the strap is actually a USB-C to lightning cable. So you can use this with whatever power bank or outlet you can find. So this is made from a combination of leather and aramid fiber, which I guess is kind of Pataka's trademark material. You see it on their cases, etc. Everything's magnetic, really useful in a pinch. The same brand, Pataka, also designed what happens to be my favorite desk charger. OGs to the channel may have seen my video about the Mag Easy slider. It's a 3-in-1 charging combo for your phone, AirPods, and Apple Watch, and it does this awesome little spinny thing I just can't get enough of. Turns out some people don't like the spinny thing, probably because they're just weird. Anyway, Pataka listened and they launched this Mag Easy Slider 2, which has a little stop integrated in case you prefer your charger to be stationary and not spin around. Oh, and while they were at it, they actually also upgraded the wireless charging pad from 5 watts to 7.5 for a quicker charge, and the charger can be taken off, so it's basically a travel battery for your iPhone, which is a really neat feature. So here on the back, everything's magnetic again, is where your AirPods go. Now, speaking of AirPods, those can obviously not be left out of an iPhone accessories video. I mean, iPhone and AirPods for me are the same unit. I'm using the AirPods Pro 2 because I do travel a lot and the noise canceling on these things is just fantastic. I used to use over-the-ear Sony headphones on airplanes, but to be honest, these are so good, I don't even feel the need to bring those anymore. I do like to use a case for my AirPods, and these very nice looking cognac leather ones are by a company called Walnut. They have a cutout where the battery indicator light is, but they also have cutouts for the speakers and the lanyard, since this case was especially designed for the AirPods Pro 2. It also has rubber instead of leather around those more fragile parts, which I think was a good move. They make a lot of awesome protective stuff, and I'm just really feeling the look of this one. On my phone, I'm actually rocking a case by our channel partner Casekoo that I've gotten so used to that it's difficult to switch back to something else. The reason for that is this integrated kickstand. I cannot tell you how many times a day I use this. No more looking for stuff to prop up your iPhone, it's just always there, and it can be set to different angles, which is super useful for watching content or to prop it up like a little sidekick like I do when I'm working. And unlike some other cases I've tried with kickstand, this one actually doesn't get in the way of MagSafe charging. In fact, it makes MagSafe even better because this ring has 48 magnets inside, which means you'll have to really try to knock off any MagSafe accessories. Protection is also very good with the raised edges on the camera bump, and it just looks great. My personal favorite is definitely this frosted case, but there are plenty of other ones to choose from. There's a link with a discount code for you guys in the description below, so be sure to check that out if you're thinking of picking one of these up. Now, for traveling, I have a new little sidekick, and that is this little thing here. It was sent to me by a company called Cuxio, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's called the X40, and it's basically a foldable 3-in-1 charger for your phone, your AirPods, and your Apple Watch. It's made of aluminum, so it has this really nice premium feel to it, but the bottom is rubberized so it won't slip and slide all over your nightstand. The design is really clever with the Apple Charger popping in and out, which makes it possible to fold this thing back up to a really small package. It does come with this very nice protective case and a 20-watt charger and a cable, of course, for fast charging. But personally, I don't really use these or this because I keep it in this thing and I use the little AOHI Charger that I showed you earlier. Like I said, this one has 67 watts of power, so it's definitely powerful enough for this and then some. Now, for the things I don't use every day, but I use quite often, and that's these two right here. This is the Insta360 Flow, which is a gimbal specifically for iPhones. But this one is actually AI powered, so it comes with a bunch of really cool features like active tracking, face tracking, and so on. It also comes with a little light, which can come in very handy when you're vlogging in those low light scenarios, It has a built-in selfie stick and a tripod, as you can see. There you go. And the best part is that it folds down really super small. You just tuck it back in there, take the phone off because it's magnetic, fold it back up, and stick it in your pouch or your bag. I did also do a dedicated video about this particular gimbal by Insta360, so do check that out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Cameras on the iPhone are amazing, we all know that, and the microphones are getting better and better too, especially when you're holding the phone very close to your mouth. Obviously, when you're filming, that's not always the case. In those situations, I like using a dedicated microphone, and the ones I use the most, by far, is this mic set by DJI. It consists of 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and a charging case, which essentially works the same as your AirPods case. As soon as you put the mics back into the case like this, they start charging. What makes these mics so perfect for the iPhone is that they come with these little attachments. I don't know if you can see those right there. These two. One is USB-C and one is a lightning connector. You just slide it in there, and then the entire receiver basically just slides into the iPhone like this, and it's ready to record. It automatically connects to this microphone, which you will have on you, and boom, perfect audio every single time, baked right into your crispy iPhone footage. I couldn't recommend these more. Right, so those are currently my favorite iPhone accessories. If you enjoyed the video, please give it one of these. It does make a big difference. Subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.